All right, we are back.
All right, we're going into the second game here in this elimination tournament. Going to be seeing Tagless once again against Rewind, but this map, Vigilance, it has it's quite unforgiving. Sticking together is going to be what determines whether or not these teams can work together and win these rounds. We are live right now. This map is considerably smaller than the most previous map we played, so the action will happen a lot quicker. Poppy Chulo is going to be aggressing this. Seeing Silent in the bush there, Silent going for the spray. Not getting any kills though. So watching the middle hallway, and we have Ratman as well right behind him with the support. Scott 389 over by the bike shop. We'll be able to get that kill. On to CJ Nurse, J Ace, J4C Knife. Silent now sitting in the turret room. Will be right behind him, actually on the ground, as Poppy Chulo is going to come up behind this. Poppy Chulo will be able to get that kill. And now we have it on the board, 4 versus 4. Erect is sitting what looks like inside of the church. He has a good vantage point onto the turret room, which is exactly where 2 enemies are now coming from, Ratman and Poppy Chulo. Erect sets the charges for that back gateway. He jumps through the window. That was a good jump. That jump's not easy. That back gate will blast. He's helped right now. He has assistance from his teammate Cynic as Cynic goes for the spray. Rex stepping out, getting Ratman, catching the other one off guard. Rex with a double kill. That was a well-played move there from Erect, as he is now the top player on the Seals side with 2 kills and 0 deaths. Only 2 players left on the Terrace team. Scott 389 is sitting back on top of the bike shop near the balcony, and Soul as well down near T-Breach. If Erect can get any information that Soul is there, I believe he now knows because he can hear him, he can see right over that window, and he just sees him. He's going to go for the peek. Might have just exposed his position. Soul with the grenade in his hand might be going for this nade onto Erect. The grenade has been made. Erect now crapping pants. Got away from the nade. Erect now crapping pants. I'm sure that's what he was thinking. He's getting out of there. Soul directly underneath of that last known location. Has a decent advantage onto him when you can't peek very well out the window without exposing your face to incoming bullets. Erect is now sitting at the top of this stairs, and Soul is underneath. Erect throwing out some taunts. Taunts are kind of funny, but sometimes it can disclose your information because the sound of the taunt, the actual voice that plays, originates from the location of the person who taunts. So if you taunt somebody and you make a noise, and that actually makes a noise, like it's worse than footsteps. And if a player just looks around a little bit, they can kind of figure out where the voice is coming from and where your location is. Alpha CC16 changed his name just to CC16. And he's sitting right at the mid-tunnel. He's on top of what looks like a little invisible boost, just to give him a little insight into what's happening at the balcony. But the move has been made from the balcony into the trench, and now Scott's with the grenade. Actually, that was an RPG kill. That was almost through the crack, too. That was well placed, even though it was with an easy-to-get-kills gun. Politic from behind. Or actually, no, he's all the way up in the breach. He's up in the window. Scott 389 is now all on your shoulders. He knows there's one up in the seal breach, and there's also an enemy in seal nest. He's going to find out the hard way as he just exposed himself to Erect. He makes the jump into the window.
Seals victorious.
But right now he is inside of the church.
Oh man, you are going to be on the terrorist outtake reel.
The Seals have won the first round. We're going to see Rewind taking this back once again. Now they're up by 1 point. In the last game, we saw Tagless on the Terrace team with their ringer Psycho White Boy. We saw them win 3 rounds in a row and struggled to win any more after that, as Rewind and their ringers came through and really solidly retook every single round. And I believe the score ended up to be like 5-3. And that's just unacceptable to go that many rounds in a row and not get wins. We're now in the second round of this game, and we're starting off on a different pace. Tagless has the first win. Let's see what they can do. Coming through with 2 kills in 1 swoop. That was pivotal. Scott and Psycho Whiteboy were both playing at the bike house, and they did not have any luck. Now coming up at the church near the church's breach. 2 SEAL players are playing that location. On the other side of the breach, we have Poppy Chulo. Erect is playing forward this time. Rather than up inside of the church, he's in the alley between church and mid. It's right now a 6-on-5. 3 terrace players are moving up to the church's breach. Poppy Chulo, I'm not sure if he didn't hit the breach yet. I didn't hear the beep. Erect right underneath of Poppy Chulo now. Now Poppy Chulo is going for it, and at the time that he needed to, Erect started to move for the door. Shots down onto him. Look at this spray. The spray has been real. He actually survived. Erect still lives, and on the other side of this door now, Ratman's there to see it. He comes through the door, wanting to get away to try to recuperate from those shots. And Erect just trapped himself with this grenade as he makes the move, the only move he can make. Decimate's now coming into the church. This is a church battle right now. Decimate be able to clean that up on the Ratman, and now it's up to the last 2 players left on the Terrace team are right now holding up in T-Nest and in the pink room. Lone Ranger just on the other side of the pink room. Pink room has a great angle. You can see really far, which is why he's there, because he has that sniper and he wants to be able to get a pick. His teammate took a fall a little too early. Lone Ranger showed us some excellent performance in the early rounds of last game. So let's see if he can deliver the performance that we need to see him deliver for the Terrace team to come through to their first win here at this game of Vigilance.
Be nice and I'll make it quick.
We have some taunts coming out. Silent saying, be nice and I'll make it quick. Nades over as he moves back. Silent will be able to be deadly as needed to be and collect the last kill now for the second win on the board for the SEALs team.
Right. Come here so I can give you a right good slapping.
I'm just fucking disappointed in myself for drinking so much yesterday.
See what happens when you break out RPGs. It's not gonna work out for you.
You're cool.
Now up by 2 points. We see some shit talk happening here in the chat feed. Yeah, hopefully it's the fun kind. But now with the SEALs up by 2 points, the Terrace are really going to need to come through for a win. They're changing their game up. They've allocated a lot more attention toward the bike shop and not so much near the T-breach, near the turret room. But Jackknife now coming up from behind. He's committing to this push. He sees a player, goes for the shots, and does not get anything. Erect once again playing in the middle with a frag grenade on the Decimate. Decimate will be taking a fall. Lone Ranger and Erect are right here in this middle. Look at all of these grenades all over Erect, and he's still yet to die in the bush like a pro. Comes up on Lone Ranger once again and takes him out. Politic playing all the way back in Seal Breach in that upper overlook. Politic likes to have height advantage, as evident from these last 2 games. When he was sitting on top of the mid-temple and abandoned, or sitting in the top of Seal Breach, which is, as far as I know, the highest point in this map that overlooks a large majority of the map itself. And he's looking in the right place. 2 players left on the Terrace team. Psycho, Whiteboy, and Soul, they're both sitting near the bike shop. The SEALs are almost clearing the map right now as they're pushed out all the way to the T-breach and the turret room. They've cleared that. They have yet to clear sewers. We have Erect right now in the mid, and he's kind of been holding this position. No information has been gained because no information has been disclosed.
SEALs are winning.
Politic is watching the bike shop like a hawk right now. So if Psycho Whiteboy makes the wrong move, or if Soul goes for this peek, Soul is actually going to be going onto the balcony now. He can see Politic up there. Politic is not looking at his location. Politic might be exposed for this. Politic now putting his attention to where it needs to be put, and I believe Soul backed up before he was able to come through with that peek. Soul is going to want to go for this, and he's making the peek now, committing to that. Shot fired from Politic. Looking at the right place at the right time was the pivotal moment for Soul as he takes a fall. Psycho Whiteboy is the last player left. The Seals are now reacting to that kill, becoming more aggressive. They know there's only one player left on the enemy team. Erect pushing up underneath the bike shop now. He's jumping to kind of get a little bit of an edge to look over, and I think he might have saw the edge of him. No, likely not, because he didn't react to it. But the Seals have now cleared the terrorist spawn almost
Seals
completely.
are winning.
And they're going through T-Nest, T-Spawn. They've already cleared Pink Room. And now Erect, focusing his attention toward the bike house, will be coming up directly behind Psycho Whiteboy. And this is going to be the last few moments of this round. Psycho Whiteboy goes for the peek and gets taken out as Erect jumps through the window like a ninja and gets that last shot. That was a very James Bond-like maneuver from Erect.
Funny. Every time I see you, my score goes up.
Now up by 3 points. Team Rewind with their ringers have been able to come through with this lead streak. Tagless, now desperate times. I mean, you're in desperate times, so what does that call for? Let's see if you can step up and deliver those desperate measures. Immediately, and with swift aggression, they're taking mid-tunnel. Ratman with the infamous nading strategies. We're going to come through Erect. Sitting at the bottom church door in mid. Pushes out to his bush and will catch a Terrace player off guard, and that's the second kill on the board for the Seals. And we're going to see it right now. The Seals are actually down by 2 men. It's a 6 versus 4. Erect goes for the nade up into the turret room. Erect will be able to get one of the players now, leveling the playing field a little bit more from behind. Right underneath, Soul comes up through the tunnel and catches yet another player at the other side of that, but Decimate's there to get him and level the playing fields now. It's 4-4. In the church, Poppy Chulo with the nade is going to throw it down into the trench, maybe getting Cynic. Cynic, no, didn't back up into that. Decimate getting another kill. And really quickly, we've seen the retake here from the Seals in this round as it's down to 2 players once again for the Terrorists. Very demoralizing when you have a good possibility to get the win in the beginning part of the round. And you just come back so hard and with such vigor that I'm sure it's demoralizing right now for the Terrorists to be in this situation after having such a great start to this round. But we're going to see Lone Ranger and Scott 389, the last 2 players on the Terrorist team. And Scott is not at the place where he needs to be. We saw it last game where Politic, sitting up in the Seal breach, was able to look down at his location at the bike balcony. But now Scott 389, not being the same player, he didn't make that mistake last round, so he might be about to make that mistake now. Politic focusing his attention everywhere that he can. Lone Ranger coming through for a kill in the middle. That's pivotal. It's now a 2 versus 3. 2 minutes are on the clock. Scott 389, as well as Decimator, just on the other side of these walls from one another. Politic as well as watching from the top. He knows where he's at. This is not looking good for Scott. If Scott makes a peek, he has 2 guns that are looking at his position. It's smart for Decimate to make the move. Decimate will make the move. Shots onto the Seal breach will put Politic at an angle where he can't actually cover him. That was really good shot-firing teamwork right there from the Terrorists as they've leveled it now back to 2 versus 2. This round is intense. Cynic rotating all the way from behind. Lone Ranger getting Politic. And it looks like the Terrorist team might be able to take this win. Cynic exposes his position. He's pushing back up through mid now. He grabs the nade, throws the nade. If it gets a kill, that could be a big move, but no. The nade is very close, but not close enough. Lone Ranger now watching it down through what he needs to be watching is down through the sewers as Cynic is pushing up through that sewer. His location has been compromised, but he doesn't know it yet. He just pushes through underneath. Cynic Gets one. Can Cynic get the other? Yes, a
Victorious.
double kill for Cynic will put another win on the board for the Seals, and that round went back and forth so many times. I feel like I'm watching tennis. Cynic comes through for his team, though, with the last two kills and
Every time I
2
see
deaths.
you, my score goes
Way
up.
to finish that off, Cynic. Oh my gosh.
God, clutch. GG.
What a great round there. We have 4 points on the board for the Seals. And this landslide victory, the Terrorists have not give up, as evident from their performance last round. Rex shouting it out, T, I love you. And I can see exactly why. Early on in this round, though, we're going to have a strong take onto the church from the Terrorist team. Ratman going for it, getting caught by Erect, and Politic as well with another. Jackknife watching outside of the church is going to go for the peek as he sees another Terrorist player down there. And now T is caught all by himself in mid. He's going for the kill, and he will be able to get it on the CC-16. But with the nade trade return, and he had that nade cooked, and it will fall as he dies to be able to get that last kill. It's up to 2 players already, Seal and Psycho Whiteboy. Psycho
Seals are
Whiteboy
winning.
has breached Pink, and he is inside Pink Tower. Soul is coming up behind turret room, almost at church. The church breach still is yet to be cleared. Cynic holding that position. I think he hears footsteps on the other side of this wall. As Soul throws the nades and tries to go for this, he's going to meet a player in here. Cynic, the shots were fired, but he didn't collect it, so the return of shots have been made. Goes for the reload, and the retake from Soul will put him in that kill position. And over at Pink, we have Silent coming up on the Psycho White Boy's position. Psycho White Boy has now been compromised. It is a 3 versus 2. And Decimate pushing up into the church onto Soul's position. There's so much happening at one time right now. Basically, 2 individual one-on-ones are happening as Soul peeks this out near the church. He will be taken out by Decimate. Back over to the Pink side, we have Silent looking directly at Psycho White Boy. Now it's all up to him. He hasn't known to come through for his team very often. He is the bottom frag player right now. If he can come through and get a kill, that would be great. If not, he will be the bottom frag player yet once again. Silent, I'm sure, is telling his teammates, get over here. Politic is still camping in the upside. Soul breach. That control is really important to have. But when there's one dude left and he's in Pink, there's really not much of a reason to be up there. So it does make the move to leave. The kill will be made from Silent. And now the 5th win is on the board for the SEAL team. This, my friends, isn't looking good because from this moment forward, the Terrorist team is going to have to win every single round to come back and win this.
Yeah, good game, guys. Good game.
Yeah, okay.
We have 5 rounds left in this game, and the Terrorists will have to win every single round, like I said, to get this back up to tie situation. But it's not looking good, and hopefully this level of demoralization isn't going to be carried out into the way that they play. We see 3 Terrorist players pushing toward the bike room, 2 toward mid, and Ratman holding the mid tunnel. Ratman with the initial nade. Can he get the kill? No, it does not connect. There is a Decimate there as to see it, but it won't be able to get it. Decimate and Ratman exchanging fire. First kill on the board for this round as Erect gets it on the Poppy Chulo. Ratman and Decimate again in the middle. We're going to see Politic holding a different spot this time. He is looking from a distance on top of the SEAL nest down into the bike room. T has pushed up along the balcony of the bike room. He will get a
Seals
kill
are
before
winning.
taking a fall. Lone Ranger as well is right outside the turret room. Jackknife has made the move to go through middle, coming up from behind that location. He's right now at T breach. And Psycho Whiteboy once again is inside Pink room. He made the Pink breach. Psycho Whiteboy, I'm not sure if he hears him. Yeah, I think he does. Psycho Whiteboy is reacting to hearing the player from behind him once again. And we see the same fight between 2 different people. Psycho Whiteboy pulls a nade, goes for this nade. Erect is not in this place he needs to be right now, but the nade misses. Erect goes for the move and will be taken out by Psycho Whiteboy. It's now a 3 versus 2 as Scott 389 at the bike shop gets another kill. Lone Ranger at the CT spawn, at the SEAL spawn. All right, on the other side of this wall from one another. Lone Ranger will be able to get it, though, and it's now up to CC-16, the player who previously had Alpha in his name. Let's see how much of an Alpha player he is. He knows the enemy is up near the seal spawn. As he goes for it, Lone Ranger pops up onto the nest and is able to take that player out. And we have it, the first one on the board for the Terrace team. Knowing what dire circumstances they are in, they are able to step up against adversity and get their first win for this round. And this game is still on the board, folks. If the Terrace team wins 4 more rounds, this could go out into a tie situation. So that's really the only nail-biter that they have hanging them on into this game.
Good round.
Ba-ba-da-bow.
Going into round 7. Initial kill from C16. The church rush is real from Ratman. The trade of fire has been made, but no confirmed kills. The Seals have suffered 2 casualties already, and the Terrace with only 1. There we have it. What I just said has already been expired, as 3 kills are now on the board for the Seals, and it's down to 3 players left for the Terrace side. Soul pushing up toward the bike shop, throws a nade over, and he will be able to get some damage onto Silent, but it doesn't get the kill.
Winning.
And Erect with yet another kill on the Poppy Chulo. Erect holding that mid like a pro. Soul at the bike shop. This is the Seals right now going for a swift victory this round. It's right now a 5 versus 2. Soul hearing them go on the other side of that bike shop, rotating down, getting that kill. Politic is in the tower still yet once again, and he's watching into the bike shop, watching the bike balcony from that rotate out from that side of the map. And he's going to see Soul in there if he decides to peek this. But it's not looking good right now for the Terrace team. This could be what confirms the win for the Seals. Erect holding mid. He hasn't made the mid breach yet. He can see up into the window of the bike shop, which is exactly where Soul is currently trying to control. Psycho White Boy all the way back in Pink Tower. Psycho White Boy has 1 kill and 5 deaths.
Seals are winning.
And he's played this position every time. I want to give a shout out to anybody who continues to make the same decision that doesn't yield any results that you like, because that's exactly the situation we're in right now, relying on the poorest performing player to come through and win this round in a 1 versus 4. It's not likely, but let's see if Psycho White Boy can do something to prove that he is Psycho. The Seals are being quite aggressive, as they should be. They know what they're up against, which they don't consider much, I'm sure. And Cynic, as well as Erect, are just on the other side of Pink from Psycho White Boy. He hears the footsteps coming. This is the moment of execution. He will get 1. Another enemy player there. He goes for the reload, and that's not when you need to reload, but he did. And Erect now peeking this. They know where he's at. Decimate and Erect are just on the other side of these walls from Psycho White Boy. And Politic, from a distance, could be able to come through with this kill still yet, as he's looking down into Pink. The peak is going up. Psycho White Boy will be able to get a kill before taking a fall from Decimate. The pushes were just too much for him to take, and we're going to see it once again. Bravo team has won.
That room lag was on another level. That was ridiculous.
GG, boys.
Yeah, GG.
Love you, T.
Couple demo maps wouldn't hurt. Fucking joke.
Oh, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. Chill out, man.
Alright, we're going to get the second set of games set up. We'll get the room set up for Team Charlie and Team Delta.